Hello.
Welcome to the Stampin Scoop Show. We are excited to be here
anymore.
Yeah, I think it was like 164. Whatever it is, we're old.
We're old.
I think it was like 164 or something along
Somewhere
that.
in there, yeah.
We are excited to be here. We're testing out new times, so I always love feedback. Not that we can make everybody happy, but this time actually seems to be popular and it's working because it works for Linda's schedule too.
Yeah.
So.
The scoop in the evening.
Yeah. So it's the evening scoop now.
Yeah.
So we may be changing it again in the future, but for now, this is where we're going to be at least the next couple of episodes, maybe. Welcome aboard. We are live. We are broadcasting live on Stamp with Tammy and Linda's Crafty Stampin' channel on Facebook,
Twitter, and YouTube. Good old YouTube. I'm like, what?
I forget YouTube. And I was told, and I almost forgot to do this again, but somebody commented on our last video, and they said, you guys didn't introduce yourselves.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, you're right.
We just assume you all know us.
I know. And yet we have so many new people that pop on. Really, that's the... So anyways, my name is Tammy White, and we are both Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, and we live in Massachusetts. Yeah. We do the Stampin' Scoop Show every other week in season, and usually take some of the summer off. And we love to showcase products, and we love to share techniques and
great
go over the top with
things
with you. And so, Linda,
I'm Linda Cullen, also Massachusetts. We're eastern, kind of mid Metro West Massachusetts area, and we've been doing this before Facebook Live and YouTube Live. We were on something called Periscope when it first started.
I think Twitter took that over. Yeah, that one doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah, so it was like 6 or 7 years. Yeah. So that's why we just assume you all know us. And we like to just go through the Stampin' Up! Catalog and give you guys ideas on what you can make with the products that you have got or are getting. Or sometimes we throw out a few tips if you are a demonstrator, because we know we have a lot of demonstrators watch us. So if you have particular questions about us, ask them. As I hit myself in the face.
and one great thing about being live is that, a lot of times when you ask questions, we can answer. And sometimes, sometimes we can actually share and demonstrate things while we're live if it's something that we have on hand.
Right.
So that's kind of something fun.
Because that's always fun. Like, we were showing the new catalog stuff, and it was like someone asked, "Oh, does the bear punch that paper out?"
Let's see.
All right, let's check it out. I hadn't thought of that yet. And then like, what about the other paper? It's like, well, let's try that too. So we like the feedback. We like the back and forth. So please continue.
And I like this one. Janice from Spalding's got her Patriots icon going on there. Woohoo! All right, so because we're live, that means
we got giveaways.
Yay!
So the giveaway that we're doing on our next episode, which is September 28th, is the Christmas Everywhere kit. This is part of our kits collection, and everything is in the box. If you are interested more in this kits collection, go back to one of our previous ones where we went over them all. At least all of them at that point.
We did outside the box alternate kit ideas that were pretty fun and really amazing.
Absolutely. So to enter to get into this giveaway, all you need to do is leave a comment on any of those 6 platforms that we just brought up, Crafty Stamping or Stamp with Tammy, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, and leave a comment. Then go ahead and share that video to any social media platform and come back and type the word shared with a D, and we will enter you a second time into that drawing. You don't want to miss it.
Super cool. And we also have a winner. Now, our last episode was like a month ago because over the summer we're on a kind of a random schedule due to our schedules. And we were giving away the infamous truck punch.
The truck,
and you know how much everybody wanted that truck punch. Yep. And so one very lucky lady, Corinne Bouvier, I hope I'm saying that correct, Corinne, has won the Trucking Along bundle. And that includes the punch. It is the stamp set and the punch. And so all you need to do is pop on over to Crafty Stampin' or stampwithtammy.com and fill out the form, Corinne, and you will automatically you will get your
There's a lot of people jealous of
I know
right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I almost feel, I'm glad we're not in person because I feel like everybody would be like, yeah, I love you, Corinne, congrats.
Okay, this new paper pumpkin, just this picture is absolutely adorable. So our October kit is the Home for the Holidays. It's these adorable little houses, and they're going to be cards. And Paper Pumpkin, if you don't know, is our subscription service. So it's similar to the kits, but this is something you sign up for and you just receive it automatically every month. And everything's in the box and full instructions, whatever. But then if you subscribe through either Tammy or myself, you will get additional 6+ videos of alternatives to do with these products found in the kit box. And they are awesome.
Yes. And those of you who are on my newsletter that even don't subscribe to Paper Pumpkin through me found out just how awesome they were a couple months ago when I accidentally sent the PPX videos out to everybody on the list.
I'm fearful of doing that.
Yeah,
I can be like, oh, Tammy did it once.
I know. It's like, oh no, I didn't even know I did it until somebody emailed me and said, I don't subscribe to Paper Pumpkin through you. I'm a demonstrator. And I was like, what?
Oopsie.
How did that happen? And then I looked and I was like, ooh, that went out to everybody. So then I sent another, so happy little accident. Enjoy the videos.
So you want to subscribe to her in my newsletters because you never know what you're going to get.
Right, because you might get bonuses like that and that are unexpected because I'm good like that, especially first thing in the morning before I've had my caffeine. That's when the accidents flow.
Yes.
That's when
I've learned not
there's
to
a lot
hit
of happy
send.
accidents early in the morning.
Yeah.
And then, so
2 coffees
just saying.
first.
All right, so a couple of other things that are happening. World Card Making Day, October 7th, and there is
I Spy with my little eye.
Yeah, you guys
Stamp
see
7
that?
bundle there that is not in any catalog at the moment.
Yeah,
It is the Heartfelt Hexagon. And it is adorable.
It is. It's super cool. I was like, wow, they slipped that right in there.
Yeah.
I almost missed it myself. I'm like, wait a minute. That's not a new set.
I believe it is an early release from the January to April?
Yeah, I think it's the
April.
Next
I'm like, I don't know the timing.
We used to call it the spring mini catalog.
The next mini.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
January, so get your
April.
that is available now.
Yep, you can purchase that in our online stores.
Yep. And then you can use these items, all 3 of them, or whatever you have, when you register for the World Card Making Day. And I believe Tammy and I both have all the details, cuts, everything you need
and
to
there is a free
do those
class.
projects.
It's a free online class that you can take with Stampin' Up. It's going to be 3 hours of fun crafting, and even if you don't have the supplies, you can improvise. You can improvise with what you do have.
Yes. So purchase.
Debbie's already got that punch on her wish list. Don't waste any time.
Yep. If you register like a day or 2 beforehand, you'll get the link to the where the broadcast is going to be. And you don't, like I said, you don't have to buy anything. You can use what you have.
Yeah, it's totally free.
But you want
and it's World Card Making Day, so I mean that's all kinds of fun. And what else do we have happening here? We have paper.
They snuck in some more paper.
Yeah, so that was a little surprise.
So the rumor was that they were planning on doing another celebration. And they had ordered all the paper because everything has to be done.
We're talking
plus advance.
back over a year ago when they tested out the second celebration, and they weren't sure if they were going to do it again or not. And then they decided that the one celebration, and then they were going to do different specials. And so they had this already designed. So
it's a special release of paper, and it's gorgeous, and it coordinates with many of the things in the mini. So that, again, if you go to either of our stores, it is found under online exclusives.
And it's beautiful.
It is
beautiful. I did a video last week. I made little pop-up ornaments with each of the different ones, and the papers are just
so cute.
Luscious.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last little piece of info here before we get started is the mini catalog. The September to December mini catalog products are now available. They're hot and they're in our online stores. Some hotter than others.
Yes. Yep.
And we have the website there that you can shop. You can shop online with Linda and I, and you can purchase anything that we're sharing today in the online store.
Yes.
So we're going to be focusing first on decorative masks and showing some techniques, and then we're going to share a whole lot of card making ideas. Yeah, I have over 50 projects to share with you.
Yep.
And so I thought we'd start with this because these are they're new in the mini catalog.
They're gorgeous.
They really are, and they're one of those things that I find they're scary.
Yeah, when you
first look at it, I'm like, oh, I don't know what I want to do with that. I'm scared.
Yeah.
So they're like stencils. Yeah. You know, we call them masks, but it would be like stenciling. And this first one, and there's several pieces to this. It's a builder stencil that is a sunflower. So those 4 pieces all work together, and I'm going to share with how that works in a minute. But then these are some of the other ones. We've got some leaves.
This is all in one
snowflakes.
pack.
These are all part of the Abundant Beauty mask set. And then, so this is houndstooth, but I found when I looked really close, it reminded me of the Them Bones Designer Series paper that had the houndstooth bats.
Bats, yeah.
And I was looking at it, I'm like, I think I could make bats out of this. Anyhow, so
have you lined it up with the paper?
No, I didn't. I was just looking at it, and I was like, I think I could make bats out of that. I could totally go silly. And you know what? I believe that National Batman Day is next week, so I don't know. Maybe you'll have to play with it. you have one. Yes, there is a National Batman Day. For real. I saw it on my social media calendar.
Batman. They're a little off. It is the same size. It's all right. The preview of one of the cards. Like it fits over, but then the next one doesn't. So this pattern is tighter than these guys. I'm always
going to see bats when I see
I'm with you. I totally get it.
So
you'll see the rest of that later.
Mm-hmm. We're going to show you some tips today working with these masks, and we're going to work with the sunflowers. And we're going to be using them with the blending brushes, but these can be used with lots of products. You can use them with the pastes. You can use them with the chalks and the daubers, and there's a lot of different uses. But we're going to be sharing blending brushes techniques today.
I've seen people using their markers. Even they put them down and they use it with the marker over it. Kind of.
That's probably amazing too.
You know,
I hadn't thought about that one. So one thing I'm going to share with you, and I don't think this really matters as far as lining up goes, because these kind of just go together. But there's 4 pieces to the sunflower, and it builds on top of each other. Think of like a multi-step stamp where you build, different colors on top of each other. There are these little notches on the side, so if you line those up like that, so you can almost see through. Can you see through there? You can't on that side, but maybe this way you can kind of see it. Put the flashlight on the back. There you go. So you can see through how they would line up if you line them up.
Yeah.
All right. So the first thing we're going to share with you is how to use them, but then after that we're going to share some masking with the mask. Say that with me slowly.
Masking the mask.
So the first thing I'm going to do is, this is actually masking paper. I mean,
yes, we sell this.
It only seems right that, that one's yucky. I got stuff.
Got a nice new one?
Yeah, I'll get a fresh new one in here just for the video. It only seems right to me that we should use masking paper when we're masking. I don't know why. It just sounds fun. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll go with that one. I'll have you open the rest of them.
Okay.
So before I start on our regular paper, I'm going to take these 3 sunflowers, and it doesn't matter what color you use for this. I'm just going to use curry because it's here. And I am going to just sweep the color over it with the blending brush onto the masking paper, because the masking paper is kind of like one big giant Post-it. Like it's temporary adhesive on it. It's not super sticky, but enough.
Oh, you're doing it on the masking paper.
I'm doing it right on the masking paper. Right on it. And so then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut them out. And I'm going to cut them close, real close to the sunflower right there. Cut all 3 of them out. Now I have already done this and already used them, as you can see. But the other beautiful thing about masking paper is it's kind of reusable.
Yeah.
So there's
Store it with the actual mask.
Yeah.
So you can use them
you can use them for several times before they stop being useful. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to build an entire sunflower before I go on to the next one. But before I start, I am going to wipe off the ink. So wet paper towel, even a dry paper towel works just fine. If you are doing this while your mask is still on, you might want a dry one so it doesn't.
Yeah, because you can see the ink all goes through.
But, so you can change the, just wipe it down in between. And when I'm working, so now I've got this little point down, so I want to make sure if I care about lining it up that all the other points go down. Now the other thing is I found that these are very close together, which is fine if you want to use your mask that way, like if you want to do them all at once. But if you want to overlap them, which is what I'm going to do here, you're going to want to you're going to want to cover these other ones here so that they don't mess up your
and
plan.
That's sticking to the paper
So I'm
too.
So I'm just tearing this masking paper off and just using it to.
Interesting.
And the other thing that I'm going to use the masking paper for, in addition to eliminating these two flowers that I don't want to happen at the same time. I'm working with this very.
Oh, she's doing stuff I hadn't even thought of.
All right, this is clutch when you're using the stencils. Yeah. I think this holds it down.
Yeah.
So when you start working, it doesn't go sliding all over the place.
Another thing I was going to suggest is you take your silicone pad and you put it under that. That'll also grip it. The silicone pad grips the paper and then it'll grip your paper you're on so it won't move around.
Good thinking. So there you go. There's a couple of tips for you. So now I'm actually working on my project. I'm not working on the masking paper. It did not matter whether it was,
pretty
dark or light or whatever, because I was just going to cut it out anyways. But now that I'm working, I'll move this out of the way. Now that I'm working on my actual piece of paper, and I'm going to relocate it a hair. Now that I'm working on my actual piece of paper, it does matter to me how much ink I put on it. So I'm gonna, sorry if you can't see that, my head's in the way. So I'm gonna ink this up, and then I'm gonna start in the middle because the first swipe is the deepest. That's the deepest color. That's first the darkest, right? Exactly. Deepest. Sing it with Linda. So I'm gonna do that right in the middle, and then I'm gonna push it out.
So you didn't have to work for that depth.
Nope. It is automatic. And then if you really want a little bit more, you can work a little bit more. So then now around the middle.
Normally, I would say always start off the paper to get that smudge wet and then work on. And here you're using it to your advantage.
Yep. So that's the first one. And then the next one I'm using a baby brush for this because I don't want a lot. Yeah. And I'm going into Cajun Craze. So this was crushed curry.
Yeah.
And this is Cajun Craze, which is like a rust color. Yeah. And I'm going to start again in the middle and just kind of work around, just in the middle, so just around the middle there.
Oh.
And then I'm done with this particular mask, but I'm not done with this flower. And when I lift it.
How pretty that is.
So you've got a lot of
so
pop,
simple.
Really easy to do. So then I'm going to go ahead and finish up, and I'm going to give this to Linda to wipe down. But I'm going to finish up with this flower before I move on to the other two flowers.
I don't want to
but because I had that arrow pointing down, I'm gonna try to line them up here the same.
You need the masking.
Yeah. Thank you. So next I'm gonna take some pecan pie. And this one I don't want too dark, so I am gonna go off. Like Linda said, start off first. So I'm gonna go off first a little bit on that one so it's light. I don't want it to be too dark. And then there's two centers here. So again, I want that pointing down so that they're all lined up. And I'm going to go with the largest. So that goes right there. And I can tell you when I first started doing this, I wasn't lining them up. I didn't realize that notch was a thing. And it still came out awesome. In fact, my first card that I'm going to share with you when I'm done, I didn't line anything up. So if you don't line it up, don't sweat it. It still looks awesome. Now
you did pecan. That's what's down.
Yeah, pecan was the solid circle, and now there's like a decorative inner. Now I'm switching to a really dark espresso. So that it pops.
Ooh.
Right? It totally jumps out at you. Now we're going to start masking. So then I'm going to I cut this out of masking paper, right? I put it on the masking paper and then I cut it out. And now I'm going to try to line it up correctly here. This one I don't have the arrow to tell me where to put it, but I think I can get it there. Let's see.
So question is, does using the blending brush on your pad, damage it. So you're talking about putting the brush right on the pad like this? No. Doesn't hurt your pad and it doesn't hurt your brush. That is actually, I think, the best way to, either tap or doing a circular motion. I'm not sure if I grabbed the right brush, which is why I'm not actually doing it.
Sitting here now I've got to line this up and it doesn't have an arrow for me. And I'm like, oh.
I'm trying to see if there's any other questions while Tammy is trying to align her sunflower.
No, I feel like it's supposed to go like this, right?
Lisa's been eyeing the mask.
Oh, you're going to love them.
Yep.
Wait do you see what we got now? This is not correct. Why am
I can't scroll up, so I think we've got all the questions that I've seen right now. If you have another one, put it in right now. That if it was further and I missed it.
I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something here. I should have marked
Here's
my
the
mask.
note. Mark your little
Mark
notch
your mask
on your
so
mask.
You're not doing what
You gotta
I'm
find
about
like
to
one
do.
of those like
this one,
like
right?
here.
This is the one I was using as my guide, and I think it's this one, but it's not.
No.
It's not.
No, it's.
Is there a second one that
kind of over?
Do 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 do.
You're right. Where is
I
that?
don't
Is
know.
that
Looks
is that
right.
it? No. You sure you got the right? Yeah, that is a big
the
one.
right one. Okay, well, whatever. I'm going with it.
Linda and Tammy just make stuff up.
Yep. Just as we go. Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
that's not it because it's not
No.
lining up. But I don't see that anywhere else.
All right. So where do we have the two?
Oh, you know what? I know exactly what it is. When I originally did these, I mentioned that
You didn't line them up.
I didn't line them up, so it was upside down. Okay, so there's one reason why you would want to line these up when you're making your mask.
There you go.
All right, so in that, I'm just gonna kind of
pretend.
We're gonna pretend it's
like
lined
it
up.
works.
So, so we're gonna. I know, right? I totally
can make
didn't even
mistakes in
think of
paper
that.
crafting.
Oh yeah,
It's fine.
It's all good. It's still gonna
Is
come
it
out
the
amazing.
other flower? No.
No. I think it was that one. And
That is totally
I'm
something
at
I do.
work. Okay, so now I'm just going to line up these two other sunflowers.
I don't know how many
on
times
either
I've done
side.
a live, and all of a sudden I'm like,
What did
Crap.
I do?
crap.
Yeah.
I did
People
that
are like,
wrong.
what if I make a mistake when I go live? Oh, honey, you're going to make a
Oh,
mistake.
yeah.
And you know what? People are going to love it because
I know.
they're like,
They go,
oh, I'm
thank
so
God.
glad I'm not the only one. Okay, so I'm going to do kind of the same thing. I'm going to go in the middle, and then I'm just going to, so the darkest is in the middle, and then push that out to the edge. But I've got a little bit of masking paper in the way, so peel that right off. And I'm going over, I know you can't see this, but I'm
That's
going over
funny.
the mask.
Yes, it is.
It is funny, right?
Yes, it is.
And then the same exact thing with the Cajun craze, so it has a little pop to it. And then I'm not taking the mask off of this, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. So then I'm going to go back again with the crushed curry. This one's going to be all dark. And then a little bit of Cajun craze. And then I want to add some... Right? I gotta have the sound effects. That just makes it even better. So now, and we're just gonna kind of wing it here with the lining up, but now I'm gonna add some leaves. And I want the leaves to overlap too, because otherwise, I don't know, they were just floating
They're not
in
meant
space.
to just be hanging
They
out
were
there.
just floating in space, and I felt like they weren't attached to anything. And I was like, these leaves need to be attached. It was bothering me.
I must attach my leaves.
Like it was bothering me. So I'm overlapping the leaf here with the mask, and I'm using Old Olive now. And I'm going to do the darkest at the bottom of the leaf and then work up.
Ooh.
So that it's lighter towards the top.
Yep.
And then you can do... You guys will get the idea. You know what? I could even work that into the whole
So
thing.
been there, done that.
I
Who
could
else?
work that into
Who
the whole,
else?
the whole thing here. And here's another thing. So speaking of being...
Embellishment.
Yep. Speaking of being upside down.
Greeting.
Right. Layer on it.
Oh, you
So-
could have turned it upside down.
No, right. Well, so now with the leaf, right?
Yep.
One of them's going this way. I can put another leaf going the opposite direction just by flipping the stencil upside down. So if I flip that upside down here, now I've got a leaf going the other direction. Because they're ambi-turners, these masks. They can go both ways. They can go top and bottom.
Yeah,
So,
that looks cool.
I don't know. Should we do one more little leaf in there?
Yeah.
We'll cover this one up here and maybe put like a little baby leaf on there. See what else I can damage on the way.
So
Let's
Linda
see.
wanted to know when a few things will be back in stock. We'll look later online because we have that's on a. We'll have to log in to Stampin' Up and we'll post it.
Okay. So anyhow, So we got a little leaf on the top, and I don't know. We'll figure something out. I could actually.
That's a greeting. We get a label,
or I can
punch
actually
or something
just
with a greeting.
go around the edges here. Get a little funky.
I would say mistakes are.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Happy
embellishments.
Happy accidents. Just like I'm accidentally sending out the PPX videos. I do know that. Oh, look at Siri wants more. She wants in on the happy accidents.
She's in on it.
I do want to finish up the other two that I made here. I didn't do their centers. So let's see. This one. A little pecan pie. I'm not even. I did kind of point that arrow down, but I wasn't really paying attention to how I was lining that up. Yes, that's definitely a good place for greeting.
Yeah.
And then we got a circle.
So Debbie in Kansas has sunflowers blooming all over the place right now.
Oh, send me some.
Love sunflowers.
I love sunflowers. They're my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, so. I mean, I'm going outside the box from my original, but I kind of like where this is going.
I always like when it's like, here's what I did live. Here's what it's supposed to look like.
I kind of like where this is going.
It is
so,
cool. I like the green.
I didn't have an extra layer here, and I actually don't even think I have the greeting around. I'm not even sure that I brought it. Let's see what I got here. Let's see what I can find. Rustic crate, where are we? Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. We're good. I thought I had everything. So organized.
You're organized until you hit go live.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Find us a little.
Yep.
Alright, so
You made Kansas proud, ladies. We're trying.
I'm gonna put some words. I'm gonna put them right over that,
There
so
you
it
go.
kind of detracts
There you
from
go.
it. So you can't even,
Actually,
now
don't
you don't
even
even
see
notice
it.
it's there with that there. That kind of grabs your eye.
Poof.
So then next, I'm done with the ink pads for now, but I will be recalling the earliest brush load back in a few minutes. I'm gonna take this beautiful piece of art that we've just made.
You done with these two?
Yep. And emboss the background because I thought that was cool. And I put it somewhere I wouldn't lose it. There it is. I used the Time Worn Type, I believe is the one that I used. Oh no, Exposed Brick. It's Exposed Brick today. So one of the 3D folders. So just pop that right in there. Oh yeah, kind of need that.
Needs the base.
We need a number 1 and a number 4 for the 3D folders. And bada bing, bada boom. And the magic is still going on strong. When you pull it out, way
Love
cool.
it.
Way cool.
Love it.
So I couldn't finish there. Like, I don't know. I just can't let it. I couldn't just let it be. I felt like I had to keep going with it.
Let it be.
Exactly.
Let it be.
Sing the Beatles. We had a whole big.
Let
We
it
went to
be.
see the Beatles
Oh,
Cirque du
love-
Soleil when we
wow.
were in Vegas for the Stampin' Up event last month.
Yeah.
They took us to see the Love show. That was really cool.
Cirque du Soleil is just awesome.
And there it is. So water painter, paintbrush, anything. I used it wet. You can, I mean, not soaking wet, but damp wet. So what I did this fast and I didn't explain it. So let me do it again. I have the ink pad closed. I'm squeezing the lid. And what that's going to do is pool the liquid right there. Or you could use a refill. And then I'm going to lift that up. I'm going to do it off the paper first so I could, because sometimes I got a heavy hand and I don't want it to be like ridiculous. Like, I just want it to be a little bit of splatter. Just so it adds a little something without a lot of work.
Cool. We have a question from Sheila. She says, does it make a difference which side you use on the masking? Now, are you talking about the masking paper? Because it's sticky on one side and it's not on the other.
I think she might be talking about this, and no, both sides are the same.
Yes.
I used both sides on this card.
Yes.
With the leaf, I flipped it over and used the bottom.
Yes.
I used the top one way so that the leaf would go
Yes.
two different directions.
Yes.
All right, so when I'm done, I have a little bit of improvising there with the green background.
I think that came out awesome.
I'll show you my original so you guys can vote on what you think came out better.
the oopsie happy accident or the original. I'm going to throw some dimensionals and just kind of layer that on top of some, like, I kept this vanilla because I wanted the sunflower to be the star of this show, so I just kind of did a little, but on this one now, because we've got a green, it's really gonna go well. So here's my improvised version, layered on vanilla, and then I add, this one is my original.
I like them both.
So you guys can vote. Happy accident, original. I added some neutral adhesives to the back of this. And, I couldn't, well, of course, I started, and then well, wait, there's more.
There's always more.
One of the masks was this leaf mask. Not that one. This one. The leaf mask here. So I took that, and, sorry, these guys were all stuck together when they were sitting together. They made friends, and clearly they rubbed off on each other. So I took this one and I went kind of rainbow order here, and I did blackberry, real red, Cajun craze, pumpkin, and crushed curry going down the line to give it that ombre effect.
And you used the brushes.
And I did use the brushes on that, just the small one. I worked a little bit easier on that one. But before I started on this one, I stamped the words first. Oh. And then I took some masking paper and I just ripped it out and covered the words.
Good idea.
And then I did the leaves around it. So that's another masking the mask technique. And the last masking the mask technique was the snowflakes. So, these can kind of go like for all the holidays and maybe even then some. Oh, we got lots of votes for the happy accident. All right, thanks.
Both.
That makes me happy that the accident is better of the two. So this one, before I started, I might have stamped the words first, but then I took the masking paper and just tore off enough that I could mask this area of the top part. And then I did the snowflakes in multiple colors. So there was boho, and there was balmy, and then there was misty moonlight. So they layered, because snowflakes, when they come, there's not just one, there's a whole bunch of them, right? So, and they kind of look like they're, so we gave it a little bit of dimension there.
That's cool.
And then when I took the mask off, we just had the one side of snowflakes.
So Brenda wants to know if both of these will be on the websites. Right now, is.
Only the original's on there now.
But we'll
take a picture and add the happy accident after for you guys.
The blog post ideally went live right when
I know. The hope is that
knock on wood.
The instructions are up now, and the instructions for all three of these are up on both of our sites. So
you can download them.
Whoever you follow, you can go there and download it. And when we're done, we'll take a picture of this and add it to the happy accident. The happy accident seems to be getting the most votes.
It
right
does.
now.
The other one did get some votes, so it's
I like it though.
Yeah, I think it. I would never have said put green all over that.
I wouldn't have either.
It looks actually really
I love
good.
it. But to me, like the leaves, like I don't know.
Yeah.
If they weren't masked, they look like they were floating in space.
Yes.
I'm like they needed to be attached to the flower for me.
Nope.
So that's how you can make that happen, and how you can make the sunflowers into a field by just masking off the masking off a flower and then doing another flower on top of it.
That's so cool.
So that's our technique class for the day, and that is the Abundant Beauty. See if I can find that. That is the Abundant Beauty decorative masks.
There you go.
And those are available in our online stores. You can shop with either Linda or I, and you will find those.
So I saw a question from Sue. Sue asked if I went to Backstage. I did not. I moved my daughter into college that weekend.
Yeah.
So I missed that.
I know that feeling very well.
Yeah. And I was trying not to watch everything on social media and be upset that I wasn't there.
I know. It's hard. It hurts. It hurts too. I actually just gave her Backstage bag.
I got my bag down
just,
here,
just today because I haven't seen her since I went.
Do we catch all the other questions? There was, does it make a difference which side you use on the masking?
I think we just answered that one.
We answered that.
Yes.
That was yes.
Yeah. We did that, and she likes the snowflakes.
The snowflakes is that pretty?
How you get a diagonal on that one, and super easy. This is something you could reproduce and make a whole bunch of them, and you don't have to texture the backgrounds. I did it because I just couldn't stop, but you don't have to. So if you're making them in bulk, you can totally just do a whole bunch of these and roll them out.
So how'd you get the two different? Like, did you do it one color? Mm-hmm. And then move it and do it a different color?
And then I just wiped it down and did another color. And then sometimes I didn't even line them up, right? So for example, I wanted this snowflake, I'd already done them, and I wanted this one in dark blue.
It's under my head.
Under your head
And
again.
dark blue. So then I would just go with the little. I used a sponge dauber for that.
Okay.
Just so I could
I'm
isolate
like, some of
it.
these are not in the same
Right,
lined up.
they don't line up because I wanted them in specific places. Like the darker ones were my fill-ins at the
So
end.
I'm thinking you just went.
In the beginning I did. The first layer I did, but then the dark layer I was kind of filling in the empty spots with them.
I didn't
so
even pick that up for the first few times I was sitting here staring at it.
So there you go.
Cool.
Tip number 10.
I'm learning things here, ladies.
Usually that's me. Usually I'm the one going, whoa, mind blown.
I know.
All right, with that, Linda and I have over 50 ideas to share with you guys for fall and Halloween projects.
Yes.
So-
How do you have yours by?
I don't really. You
Okay.
can start and I'll just
Okay.
throw
So
mine in as we go.
the over-organized me. I have mine all by. Hey.
She's
Okay.
so good, right?
Yeah, so, continuing on with the theme
Perfect.
of the,
This is the
Abundant Beauty decorative masks, and they even did the inside, which I think is a really cool idea.
I like that.
You know,
I like that. It really
It's
gives it a little,
just a
little special touch.
just enough. So there's that one. Okay, and then I'll do a bunch of these are various autumn leaves. Sweet. So the paper, the ribbon, and the stamps.
Is that all about autumn?
Yes. Now this is the DSP, and you can see they have it so it's on both sides.
That's a cool
I
idea.
love that. So the cardstock is only
Do
on
you
the
guys
back.
ever feel bad about the other side of the
Yeah.
DSP when you put it down?
So what a great way to do it.
Yeah.
You know.
I might have to case that.
Isn't
I'm
that
always
a cute
looking
idea?
for fun things to do that shows both sides of the paper.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I always just feel
Yeah.
bad for it.
And so here's another one,
Ooh,
another fun.
Like it.
A little zhush on the, and I love how, and you can kind of, I don't know if you can see, like, it's perforated, you can see through it, like, if I got my flashlight out again, you can see through it. Kind of cool. This, at the beginning, I was like, I think that's retired paper, but no, it's the back side of the,
It's them bones, isn't
them
it?
bones.
Yeah, it's them
you know,
bones.
I always, again, two-sided, but I kind of think of that as Halloween, not necessarily
Right.
fall.
And yet there's so
And it's
much you can do
perfect.
with it.
Perfect for fall. Another one. And this one, it punches out the dies of the small maple leaf.
I like it.
And then uses just one of them.
I like it.
as
Using the
feature.
negative and the actual
Isn't
punch
that
out
cool?
one. That's a really great idea.
Real pretty. These are the swaps I do that require you to do the inside. Another one. Really pretty. And this is that fun, I can't think of the oxidized paper.
Oxidized paper.
Yep. That mixes in. Really, really pretty. Here's that Dem Bones paper again, which I am loving.
Yeah,
mixed
that
with
goes
the
very
stamp
nicely.
set.
It goes very nicely with the leaves.
And that ribbon. I wouldn't have thought the check with the plaid, but I'm loving it. This one opens, right? Yep. Nope. Nothing fun on that. Here's this
There's nothing
one.
fun on that one.
Sorry.
Big deal.
Probably someone's watching like, that was
I
fine.
like how that one opens.
I would say I did two swaps. One requires the inside, the other one doesn't. And then, so this one, look at that. It's only
like
the
it,
center
right?
section that flips
That's a
open.
fun. I love fun folds that are just easy fun folds.
Easy.
That just go wow.
And here's a
when
way,
you
like,
do it.
you can show the paper on the inside and the outside with no additional usage.
And then you've got the. I like the way she embossed
Isn't
it,
that-
the colors, all of it.
Yeah,
Well done.
super cool. And then one more. This just features the beauty of that paper. And again, little bit on the inside. And this one, I honestly don't remember which one I did this for. I think it was our last blog hop, but I'm not sure whose I did it for. And of course, I got it taped up so I could take a photo of it.
Jackie, if you love fall, this entire
Yeah.
episode is going to be right up your alley.
So this
We're
is
just getting rolling.
yeah. This is always one of my favorite. I don't know, fold or whatever. I take the card base and I cut 1 inch, up 1 inch on one side, up 2 inches on the other side. Line that up on my cutter and cut the
I like it. It's nice.
angle off. And this time, instead of just putting the piece down here, because that's what it is, you can show the DSP on the front and the back.
I like
I
it.
took another angle of a different paper, and that's just attached here to kind of give
And it's
a
a great, like this little strips, you know,
Yeah.
when you have strips.
yeah.
It's
So
one of the,
that was
one of the
a little
biggest things we get asked. What do you do with those
extras.
extras?
Yep.
Continuing on with the All About Autumn Suite. So here's another one. This one, I actually, this is
Ooh,
a
I like
tutorial
that.
that I did at Diagonal, like reveal card. And so what I did was I cut this like an inch shorter than I normally would.
Okay.
And then I cut it at the diagonal.
Yep.
Cut one piece at a diagonal and then put it on the card front so that it left this space that I could pop in the flowers, or the leaves in this case, with the oxidized paper for the reveal.
I really like that.
That one was super popular on social media. Yeah. And then this one.
This one's so
the
cool.
accordion fold here
with that paper.
Yeah, you know, I'm always
the books, but just it's like I got a small library
and
I got a big library.
And then right. You gotta surprise! Look at all those.
I don't read that many books. Yes, I do.
And I cut a little bit off the bottom of this so that I could get the shelf lined up with the bottom of the. So it kind of, there's those little things there's those little things mean a lot. Okay, so the next, all about autumn. This is the Autumn Leaves stamp set, and I did an entire set here, card set. So these, and I have a short video and instructions for this set as well. I did each one a little different. So the first one was my plain one, and then what I did was I did the images the same on all of them, but I did each card a little different so you could see them done different ways and different ways to use it. So this is a classic opening here. And how I did it was I stamped on the vanilla paper in the different colors,
just standard
and then
vanilla?
spritzed with either water or rubbing alcohol, and so that it runs. The water makes it really run. And then you got to wait for it to dry, though. Rubbing alcohol does dry quicker. Yeah. And then I tapped some splatter over it, just like I did with the original card we made today. And so that was my original one. Now this one, after I did that, I cut the paper with the deckled edge dies. And then I cut the oxidized paper with a size larger than I used on here, so I could layer it and give you this. It's like a triple time effect. It's really cool. And when you look at it, you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
How do you do that so it all lines up? And that's how I did it. And then this last one is a triple panel.
Look at that.
So I've got a little, I even did the inside of that one, and I
so cool.
Oh, sorry, don't mind my smudge. This is my signature right here. So when I give it to my loved one, they've got my little DNA sign of love there. So those three are part of I did a whole set on those.
Cute.
And then these I just had on yesterday. These are angled gatefolds.
Oh, look at that.
And they, some of them might have my notes on that one's got my notes on the inside, but there so you can see it. And these were, they were actually fairly, they look like they should be complicated, but they're really not. They're really easy to do.
Cool.
And I do have a video tutorial that shares how to do the angled gatefold, and then I had some fun with some like leftover scraps of paper.
Yeah.
Like this one I made the book theme, and then I used some of the different things on that one, and then this one I made the leaf theme.
And so we got the pumpkins.
I just think this designer series paper right here is so classy.
Yeah,
I just like something about that vanilla
I agree with you.
on
with the copper.
Yeah, and then I layered them all on rose gold.
Oh, okay, yep.
So that just like
so
love that
pretty.
rose gold.
That's your favorite.
This I believe is the last one from All About Autumn.
Ooh.
And that is just a slimline card. This was really just a simple card, but
all the textures though, it's so pretty.
Yeah, the different again scraps.
Yeah.
Just scraps of designer series paper, and you could use any designer series paper, although these were the foil, specialty papers, so that did really make them pop a little bit more with the foil on them. And then just textured the background. So those are All About Autumn. I feel like it should be a story all about autumn.
Diana, I'm not sure which angle cards you want.
Have you already shown how to cut those angled cards? You're talking about the All About. You're talking about these?
Yeah.
Because if you go to stampwithtammy.com, I have a video that shows how to do that.
That probably does not fit into a standard envelope?
No. And I have on the video.
How to
make an envelope. I share what I did for envelopes.
Yeah. Yeah. So Diana, pipe up if we didn't answer the question.
Yeah.
So
that
now,
was the wrong. If I answered the
wrong question, I know. I'm moving on. I'm going alphabetical. Bag of bones.
And I'm just following you.
Bones them.
Oh,
Bag of
I
bones.
love this sweet. These guys. Ever since it.
So this is the one I was showing earlier where I was trying to match up the hound's tooth to the bats. Woo.
I'm still gonna make bats out of that mask.
I don't see
It's
why
happening.
not.
It's happening.
Look, now we got a cowboy with a
love
little bit of shimmer in his boots and his hat.
I love it.
Isn't that cute? Love him.
Oh, this
Here he
one's
is
cool,
again.
too.
I love this. And I love
so cool.
they got the ink in the embossing folder.
Yeah,
Like
that,
make it pop.
that added touch is really,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Here's another one, and
It
this
just adds a
one.
little pop. Ooh, fun. That's a fun fold. It's like
Yeah, because you got the decal.
it's like a tomb. It's like a tomb cut.
Yeah, and then this is, I believe, is the
We're gonna call that the tomb fold.
the glow in the dark.
The fun
Yeah,
fold?
yeah, the tomb fold. And then another one with the ghosts and the boo.
And that one
trick or
is
treat.
the trick and treat bundle with the
Oh yes,
box die.
yes. Oh, is that all in the? I put them in the
The
wrong
last
spot.
one is this one is.
I haven't
just started playing with that, so
I was gonna say, 'cause I have-
we have a Halloween themed.
I have one of those.
Blog hop coming up. I think that's what I'm going to be playing with. Okay, so
She has a lot.
I have a lot of them bones, and I'm going to start with these. These actually, so for this was.
I love that
I
one.
got the idea of the dancing guys from a catalog. It wasn't a total case, but that's where the idea came from, and their little top hats.
Look at that hat, but you've put an orange hat behind the black
So
hat.
it has a little reveal behind it and makes the hat kind of pop.
Love it.
And it's that designer series paper. There's one pattern that has like 9 different things that you can cut up and use differently. So that's where that background came from.
Love
now
it.
These almost like your angled gatefold. This is the double point fold that I used here.
So
and
cool.
it's same with that same pattern. These all came from that same pattern.
Yeah.
One piece that you can cut up. So I have a little. This little point comes
Oh,
down. You
it's
got
so
a little
cute.
peekaboo inside, and then that just tucks right in there. And the kitty, the kitty and the dog are just, I can't stand how flipping cute they are. So this is the Them Bones and the Them Bones Designer Series paper. And then I have, before we have to turn the lights out, and then I have, this is like a fun fold here where we got he's peeking out, and then you've got bonjour, and then there's a bigger spot so you can write more.
All right. So
if you
what
want
is?
to.
Oh, so it's embossed.
I added 2 pieces of the die. There's a larger tomb there and a smaller tombstone, and I embossed the smaller
Lovely.
one with the exposed brick, and then put it on there. And this is the Pebbled Path shimmer paper.
Oh, I
If
forgot
you
the
can see
shimmer
that-
pepper
if you
came
can see
in
the
that
shimmer
color.
on that. Yeah, it really adds a little something something.
What is the blue color? This blue color?
Starry Sky?
Starry Sky. Yeah. Yeah. So I think, Diana, this is the one you were asking about, the angle cut. If you go to my blog and look for this card on the, if you go down the blog, craftystampin.com, I showed how I line this up and cut it.
Okay, so I don't know which of these to bring out first. I think I'm going to bring this one out first. Okay, so this is my little dog walker card.
It's adorable.
And he's got the little skeleton and he's walking the little dog. And I actually took this a die in the set that has a cane and a bow tie. And so I used the bow tie for the skeleton, and then I took the cane and made a dog collar.
Oh, so cute!
And then I have on my video class for that, I also did these little boxes. Little treat. These are the nested treat boxes that are in the catalog. Okay, so this is the thing. When you're playing with glow in the dark paper, you have to turn the lights off because it's so fun. Like, I don't know. I can't tell you how many times I have to go walk in the bathroom while I'm stamping just so I can see it in the dark and see what it looks like. But there's all little scenes. Like, it's a whole nother party in the dark, right?
I feel like I should be on the Haunted Mansion ride.
And so I got little different characters here with the cat and the moon and then we got the little ghost. So these are nested boxes. These are in the catalog, and I got these little ghosts on Amazon.
I love that
this
you
was
did
a
all of
mistake. I bought these ghosts on Amazon because they were cute and they matched.
Yeah.
And then I ate them all before I even did the class.
Oopsie!
But they're dots. I love dots. Okay, so then the next one with the Them Bones, and this is the designer series paper, and this is all one pattern. This is I'm gonna zoom out a hair here. This is the One Sheet Wonder Slimline. Let's see, there we go. Slimline One Sheet Wonder glow-in-the-dark cards. Say that 5 times fast. All right, so these were all done from one sheet of designer series paper. And if you cut the paper differently, you could get five of them out of it. I got 4 because I wanted I wanted the tombstones, so I had a little bit of extra on the sides. But if you cut them straight across, you would get 5. And then I added in there a couple little extra dudes. I got, some of the designer series paper, some bones. I cut these bones out of the glow-in-the-dark paper. But the star of the show, here they go. Right? you gotta turn the lights off when you're playing with designer series paper.
Look at the moons! Woo!
The moons all glow. And how I did that was I cut them with the circle dies from the Reach for the Stars. I cut the glow-in-the-dark paper and added them. And then in this one, I layered a tombstone over it, so the moon is glowing behind the...
So cool!
And there's little bats I added in there, and so, yeah, I know I was having too much fun with it. I know, I couldn't stop. I have a whole series on these, so that's them bones.
Oh, I love them bones.
Love them bones.
Oh, them thigh bones. Okay, so next... All right, so I have one from Fruitful Blessings. Mine's simple. It's just a simple stamp on the card. I know you got some with the dies from Fruitful Blessing. I had one. I just
have one. This is one I just did with the VIP class, and I didn't have those handy. I did my VIP class was Stampin' Blends coloring technique class that I used the Fruitful die.
Yeah.
Oh, and they were beautiful, but I don't have those handy. But I wanted to play with the corn on the cob. It's just corny. And I love the die. I just think it's so fun. So I just did a little fall theme here with the die, and it's just a classic card here. So this one's fairly easy, and I used the deckled circles in the background. So I will. I have instructions for that one coming.
Okay, cool.
They're not on there yet, but they'll be coming this week.
Yeah, so I see people asking for dates. We will do one post that just says these are the dates that things are coming back.
They're coming back.
Yep, everything's coming back. We'll do one post later when we get home and can look at the computer. Okay, I got Pick of the Patch, which I love this set, and I love it more than I thought I was gonna love it, because you can Halloween or just fall. No. So Happy Halloween. So with just the little happy pumpkins. Oh, that one does have an inside. So. And just take a little extra of the DSP.
Those leftover strips.
Yeah. And then this one has the mask as well. Sorry, as I sent it flying. As well as the little pumpkins.
The background on the mask.
Yeah.
The leaves.
And then it's on the inside as well.
The leaves on the background there. Nice.
So cute, huh?
So just another way you can use that as background paper.
I love this one. I absolutely love this one. They just kind of did like what you were doing with the using the brush around the edge.
Yeah, just to give it a little
just
soft
a little
touch
something.
on it. That's really
I never
cool
would have
idea.
thought. I'd be like, oh, you're making a mess. But
it's a very cool idea.
So awesome.
You're making a mess.
I know. Look how cute this guy.
That what crafting's all about?
That is. Yes. I know. Fixing your mess. Make your mess look cute. Look at how adorable this one is.
I like the colors on that one.
Isn't that cute? I love this.
And I love the colors on that one.
Isn't this? And if you look, like they stamped on, so there's little leaves on the pumpkin and little dots on the
and that is
pumpkin.
Pick of the Patch.
Pick of the Patch bundle. One is more adorable than the next. They are super cute, and this is the last one. Isn't
this
that
one
cute?
I think I like that
I
one.
know. I kind of tried to put them in order as I like them,
you guys
but
think which one do you think is? I think that one is.
I say I don't know. I can't. They're like I like them all. Like, aren't they super cute?
They are. They are
so cute. So that's my Pick of the Patch. But
I don't have any of those yet.
Okay. That'll be her next.
That'll be coming. But what I do have here is some rustic crate. And I just started playing with these yesterday. So I'm fairly new to the rustic crate world. And I don't know if you guys have gotten a chance to play or see these at all yet. But when I first looked at it, I was like, I don't get it. How does it, like,
how do you work the box?
What do I do with that? So I figured it out, and I'm going to show you. Because once you get it, it's really cool. And it's not hard. I just didn't. It was really, I'll show you. It was really just a simple thing. But, my simple brain was trying to make something more out of it than it needed to be. So it's a cool stamp set that goes for many occasions. And then we've got these cute little dies, and then we've got this and the other pieces that go with it. You can do a handle and all kinds of other things. But I cut these two out just to share how they go together, because that's where I was like, well, I'm not really sure how that works. So this is the front and this is the back. And it's really made to make like a pocket on your card, you know, so you can put like a little love note, or you can put any of these things out, because these all have die cuts that match them. So you can make your pumpkins or your poinsettias or your herbs pop out of the pocket, so they look like they're
3D.
They're coming out. So here's where I went wrong. I was folding these tabs backwards, and I was like, I don't understand. It's not going to work, right? It's gonna. So these fold forward.
Oh.
They fold in. So that's the trick. Once you fold those in, then glue dots. I think glue dots work the best with this. And I don't know.
It's too big for the back.
I don't
the
know the
punch.
answer of that
It's
question.
too big, because I don't have the punch here, but the truck is. It would be the size of the die, the crate's about the size of the truck.
So
Just from
I'm
memory.
just going to do this very quickly. And I intentionally did two bright colors here so you could see them going together. So I just put some glue dots on those tabs.
No, it's an
There's
80s
four
crate.
little yes, it is. It is. And you know, I'm an 80s girl, so and then it lines up. See these little? This lines up right here.
Oh.
And then I didn't put them on the bottom. You want to put some adhesive down here on the bottom too, because that attaches.
Oh. That makes sense now.
Yeah, right? I was like, oh my gosh, here I am trying to make like this whole big complicated
It's not
thing, and
making this full huge box.
Right,
It's,
it's
making
making a
a
pocket.
little 3D
It's making a pocket.
pop.
It's a pocket that
Yeah.
you can put little love notes or put little images inside of, and they will pop out of it, and it makes it look 3D when it's on your project. So that goes there, and then that just kind of goes on the top, right?
Oh! As soon as you put it all together, it was like boom.
It makes total
You see
sense,
the
right?
3D.
Right?
Oh.
So you got it. You can see inside. It's almost like an envelope, right? So that you can put that together, and that's it. Like I know in my head, I was like, I sat there for an hour going, and then it finally hit me, and I was like, oh my god, I cannot believe it took me that long to figure that out.
Like, look at how much depth is in that image now.
When you put your crate together, now it holds all these cute little things. Like here, I put the pumpkin from the stamp set in it. I'll just put that out so you can see it. And then this is a double Z fold. So when there's herbs here and the gloves, the little gloves, those are dies in there too. And so when it's closed, the herbs are kind of in the garden behind it. And then when you open it, bada bing, bada boom. And then
That's adorable.
I used the oxidized paper here, and I didn't put anything inside it this time. I just popped it up there because I thought, oh my gosh, it looks so cool all by itself. It needs nothing, right? And then this one.
And you did the strapping, which is this.
So there's a little die. There's a little die for these, and I did that in the rose gold that I highlighted the center Z fold in. So this is another double Z, just a different dimension than the first one. And the last double Z, I did the poinsettias, and I did the crate in black and put the poinsettias in it, and you can see this one in the back, but it's also on the back of the thing there. So on this one, I also used another new set called Joy of Noel, and the die set has these letters, Noel, and it's one die, but it cuts the letters out individually. I'm going to hide this. I'm going to pull this up here so you can see. There. I used the foam sheets.
Oh, to pop them up.
So I embossed the letters in copper and then put it on a foam sheet and then cut it with the die. And it makes puffy words now for Noel. And then that opens up and we've got a fun little double Z fold there. So that is my rustic crate mini lesson and some ideas with the rustic crate. Because now that you've seen it, now that you've seen it, you can't unsee it, and you want to play with it, right?
So I have one with the rustic crate, and this one even uses the handle. So this, So this die is the handle. You can see it's kind of behind the flowers. So that is the I'm walking away with her die. That's really great. So we've all seen her trying to take my stuff too.
That is the rusted crate bundle there, and that's also in the mini catalog. And again, you can see this can go for any occasion, for fall occasions, and even for the holidays. So that kind of
perfect.
Does a little bit of everything. And then if you wanted to, you could take one of these little gloves and do it in white, and it could be your Michael Jackson card.
Because this is Thriller.
I couldn't resist. Just need a little red jacket to go with it.
Okay, so we talked about this is the Tricks and Treats. So it's got the Frankenstein and Mrs. Frankenstein.
I love the Mrs. Frankenstein. That was genius. I might have to case that one.
Yeah,
when
isn't
I
that
start
cute?
my projects. So adorable.
Cute. And then the last one I have, this one kind of fall because I kind of do it. This is the Warmest Hearts, which I love.
I love that you added this one in here because I have yet to actually play with it or see anything done with it. So when I saw that, I was like, yes!
This was one of my swaps because I was like, I'm playing with this because I bet no one else is going to do it for the swap because I just loved all the little pieces. I just love the imagery of the old thermos because
like how you did it.
Going for your cider or whatever. So yeah, so that I'm throwing that into fall. It's in a fall. So that is all I have.
All right, I think that is the end of the cards.
Ooh.
So that is 50. Count them. Over 50 actually.
Over 50,
if you
probably,
count them, we've got over 50
Yep.
cards here. Just giving you a recap. Some of the things that are happening here in Stamping World. There are so many cool new things out there. So many. I was like, it's hard to know where to start, right?
Yeah.
And then we've got masks.
Masks.
More
I like the masks.
And then we've got happy accidents.
Yep. And FYI, so these masks are what is in the mini. There are masks in the annual catalog too. And they probably would work well with these too. So just FYI.
Yep. There's so
because I like
many
the
things
masks
you
and
can
I
do
would
with
like
the
them to
masks.
keep doing them. So buy them, please.
Yeah. I know, and they're really inexpensive. I mean,
they are.
They're for what you get. It's easy to make great backgrounds.
Look at how amazing that is.
It's just like
just rubbing ink on paper, like amazing.
Cool. So with that, we are just going to do a quick recap. These are the Abundant Beauty decorative masks that we used today. And then some other things that were happening in Stamping World is the paper pumpkin for October has been dropped and it is home for the holidays.
It looks so awesome.
It really is adorable. And World Card Making Day, there's a free event. Make sure you register for that. And the special DSP release that dropped on the 6th. Those papers are amazing if you haven't seen them. And don't forget to drop a comment because you could be like Lucky Corinne who just got the Trucking Along bundle. Yes, she did. And the next one could be you. So congratulations to Corinne and good luck to all of you. The Christmas Everywhere Kit is what we're giving away. And all you need to do is leave a comment. And if you share, you will be entered a second time because we love it when you share.
Absolutely. So, remember to subscribe also so that you and join our newsletters as well. Because that will tell you when we're going live again.
Definitely make sure you subscribe so you know when we're going live. And
other great information that we provide.
And we really appreciate you being part of our community. Thank you so much for coming and stamping with us tonight. And hope that we've inspired you. And we will be back in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Get to do it again.
Thanks for joining us.